Yo, yo, yo. Once again, it's your boy Nitty from the Ghost Show. We back in here with Miss QuiAsia, getting back to it. Just coming off the legs of a grand event.
Yes.
Cigars.
Yes.
Pushing an album.
Definitely.
But tell me something else. Give me something else.
The business. I have my own media company. I'm partners with someone with that.
Oh.
So it's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. That's great. So as far as media, what is your search? What you trying to do with media?
Everything.
Yep. Okay. Very concise.
Everything. Covers it all.
That's great. So this controversial title of your album.
Yeah.
People are going crazy. They're like, okay, why did she name her? I told you, my lady, she was like, hey, why did she name it that? Great choice of name, she said. But however, why did she name it that?
Actually, I just lived the life. My producer came up with the title. Actually. Okay. He was in his car and he was heading somewhere and he calls me and he says, I got it. I'm like, got what?
Right.
And he said, I got the title of the project. And I was like, okay, what is it? He said, The Wife, the Mistress, Side Chick. And I thought that it was perfect. Right. It fits because it fits what my life was like. So it basically, it's all truth. It's a story and it's mine. Like, it's my truth. So,
wow, okay.
It was perfect. I don't think that it could have been named anything else.
Right. So the heartaches we hear is from either one of those individuals.
Absolutely.
And you get into details on the album.
A lot of details.
Yeah. So your favorite on the album?
My favorite on the album, Mistress.
Mistress, I like Mistress. Yes.
That would be my definitely that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Writing wise, if you don't mind me asking.
I didn't write that.
You didn't write that?
A guy who's also a producer, he plays, he does it all, and he sings. His name is Sequence.
Right.
So that all goes to him. He was given the story, and from there he went with it.
Also, he was given like the title of the album.
I don't think he was given the title. I think it was more so explained what we were looking for, what we wanted, and I would assume that he came up with the title himself. He had the story, and then that's what we came up with. Exactly. Yeah.
So this is not me prying or being an ass. But I am prying. Usually when somebody says they're not doing it.
Like, yeah, we really want to.
We're gonna do it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so you say that was your life. And
right.
It's totally understandable. People try to shun people all the time. However, that's not my aim or my goal. But someone that may be stuck inside of that situation of being a side chick or being a mistress, and they trying to figure out, how do I get out of this because I have XYZ feelings for this gentleman or whatever the case may be.
Right.
What would you give them? What would you tell them about just those two?
I would tell them...
Or a wife having problems as well.
So you want to start with the wife? Being a wife, because I was married.
Yes.
My situation, we really didn't hit on a lot of things pertaining to the wife because my marriage was, it was different, and it is a lot of women that have gone through or are currently going through what I've been through. So, from physical abuse to verbal.
Right, it's horrible.
That also being someone that was very controlling. I say that I was always taught to never, you never let people know what's going on in your marriage. So what goes on in home stays in that home. Right. I tell people all the time, don't believe it because you have to tell somebody. Right. It could be a situation where you're really, really going through it, and he's really like going upside your head to the point where it kills you, and no one could ever know. Right. So I say, get out, talk to somebody.
Yes.
Let somebody know something, because you know, dealing with it and not ever saying anything about it is serious. And it can also affect you when you're trying to get another relationship with someone else, because you're holding it in. And you know, with that, it comes trust issues. It's a lot of issues, and you don't want to bring that into your next relationship with anybody, because you don't want to make that man suffer for
something that happened prior to
that he didn't even know that was going on. So I say get out. For being a mistress, these are all choices. So mistress, that's your choice. If that's what you want to be, then that's all on you. I say, who am I to stop you or speak down on you, because I was one, but it was unknowingly.
Yes.
So with that situation, man, the same thing applies.
Get out. Get out.
But with being a mistress and a side chick, it's more so you have to know your worth. You have to know
I've been waiting for that.
You are worth so much more than being someone's second option.
Right.
If you can't be first in his life, then you got to believe that there is someone out there, because I believe God created someone for
everyone. Exactly.
So you know, you have to know your worth. That's where it starts. Know your worth. Know that you deserve more. Know that there is someone that can love you way better than the last dude did. And can, but you have to just, it's a wait. You definitely have to wait. And I think with women, we have that problem. We don't want to wait. We feel as though because we look good, we look good on the outside, but on the inside, you dealing with demons every single day.
And
so
you want to fill that void.
You want to fill that void, but then you end up attracting the same type of man. Yeah. Because you don't face your
energy. And the energy that you exude.
And that's what I've attracted. It's like, dang, they all end up kind of the same. Yeah. From just being controlling, from being, you don't see the physical because they show you everything else, and then it's just like, it takes that one thing and send them over the edge, and it's like, wow. So it's crazy. So you really have to know your worth, but you also have to wait. And I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing in the world. Waiting and patience. I tell people all the time, especially people that know me, like, patience is something I don't have. But I had to stop saying that.
And how did you speaking that into it, I don't have patience. I don't have patience.
So now I have to be like, okay, I'm gonna just have to have patience, because if you don't, nothing's ever gonna go right for you. Like you're gonna keep doing it your way, and your way is not the way. Yes. You're gonna fail. Okay. So for all of them, I say get out, but more so being a wife and a side chick, know your worth. It's just that simple.
And I wanted to touch back on something you said as far as the abuse, mental, verbal or physical. Right. I meant to say. It's also about a support team.
Absolutely.
And just kind of reiterating where you were going, because you have to talk to someone. Right. And you can't keep it in there. That was the old people way. You don't tell them.
I think that was a slavery mentality.
Shout out to you. Yes.
I think that's what it was, because I believe when they went through what they went through, they were told you could never say nothing.
Exactly.
You have to keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
Because, this will happen, or you'll get beaten or whatever.
That's right.
And so, it just kind of followed up from generation to generation. Yes. And in my family, that's what we were told. Like, whatever you go through in your household, you say nothing. You keep it to yourself. And that's so wrong. And it's just the dumbest thing ever. Because I remember, keeping things so, like, just so deep and so inside, to the point where I literally had heartaches. Oh, wow. I had chest pains. It was anxiety. It was hard. It was tough. And then I realized one day, I was going through a lot, like a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting in my friend's house at the computer trying to, it was a situation that was really, really absolutely tough for me. And it was a molestation issue. Oh. And I kept it for years and never really said anything except to my best friend, who happened to be a guy. And, some of my girlfriends knew. It was like not even a handful, but they knew.
They knew, right.
And my ex-husband knew. He knew. And I finally told him. And, just trying to type it out to my mom. So I felt like she needed this letter, because I don't remember really being consoled by her. as much through when it happened. So I felt like I needed to tell her, and I basically said in so many words, like, if I didn't write this letter to you, I felt like I was gonna die because I kept it to myself.
You kept it so bottled up
for so long.
Wow.
You know, I would dream about it. I would, I remember having a journal where I wrote, about actually seeing him in my journal, and he came to me and we talked, and it was tough. I wrote it all. Yeah, I wrote it all.
You saw them later on in life.
There was someone that I lived with. Right.
Totally understand. Right.
So, it was very, very hard. But, I remember, asking my mom, like, where were you? Why, what did you do about the situation? And I never knew until after she had read the letter and we talked over the phone. It was never anything face to face. She said that it put her in the hospital. And then I never knew, because I knew she was gone for a little while, but I never knew that it took a toll on her.
Okay.
That it took a toll on her, and she was disgusted.
So how was, and the weight, the over, like, after you finished writing, did you feel like you overcame
I felt a lot better going through it, and trying to come out with the whole process, reaching out to my mom. At that time, I was in a relationship, and the relationship was with the person that created, the music, that wrote that is my best friend, like still is my best friend.
Right.
And he helped me cross that. Like he helped me through it. He's been there, and he's been there the whole entire time.
Right.
When I know for a fact that a lot of people would have left, because for some men they can't deal with that. It's like, oh my God, she's already damaged, so let me just walk away from it.
Oh man,
I can't deal with it. A woman scorned or a damaged woman. She ain't no good. I can use her for whatever. Yeah. But that's just, I can't wife her or whatever.
Right.
So he went through that whole entire situation. As far as you probably want to tell her this. You should tell her that, but more so be honest and let her know how you feel.
Right.
Just that simple. It was no beating around the bush. It was just like, it's just that simple. And the whole molestation thing, when I say I live with that person was my stepfather. I have my biological dad. We don't have a relationship. He's living, but we don't have that daughter-father relationship. When I do see him, which isn't often, he does acknowledge the fact that I'm his daughter.
Right.
And my daughter is his granddaughter, but we don't have a relationship.
Right.
My stepfather was the one who came in and took all of us in, my two brothers and my little sister.
Right.
So he was the only father that you all knew.
Right. I understand.
He was just there from supporting games and school functions and whatever. He was always there. That whole incident, I don't quite remember what led him to what happened with me. Right. But it happened. And that, we never really talked about it after that.
Wow.
He later had cancer, and he down the road had passed or whatever, but I do remember one specific conversation with him where we laughed, and it was a moment where it kind of took me back, to where
you
things
guys
were normal.
Together,
right?
And you laughed,
yes.
and it was
great. It was like
that was dad.
That was dad.
Yeah.
And it was weird because it was during Christmas, and we all and at this time he's literally dying, but on his oxygen machine, laughing, we're talking. And I don't think that a lot of people, when they see, you look at this picture, you think she's high maintenance, she's expensive. Yeah. I am so opposite.
Right.
It's the littlest things make me happy.
You're very humble. Yes, you are.
And so I remember him asking me, like, what do you want for Christmas? And most kids will say, at my age, I want a car, I want this, I want that. I simply told him I wanted a new mattress set for my bed. That's all I wanted. There was nothing else that I could think of that I needed that was important, and that's all I asked for. Right. And he laughed about it. That was the last time I heard him laugh. That was the last time I saw him laugh. And after that, there was nothing else.
So, and I asked this, and then we're gonna go
right.
further on into the album and the cigars and everything. But I thank you for opening up, because there's someone out there that's going to see this that don't know how to open up, and they're because of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And because of this album, you've let someone know, okay, I have to fucking talk to someone, and that's the way I'm going to say it.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? I have to talk to someone. I have to let this out, and I thank you for that. I thank you so much for that. So you never and like I said, this is the last one. You never confronted him on the issue, the molestation.
I know he apologized, but that was it.
He apologized?
I believe he did.
Oh, okay. You believe in his heart.
Right.
He was very sorry. That's great.
And of course I forgave him, because had
of course you couldn't be
right.
You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't be her.
Here.
You couldn't be sitting here with me, your next interview, the media, cigars.
Absolutely.
Because you had this, and it's a lot of women, a lot of men. And like I said before, it's a lot of men like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of men, not even much, but just abuse. Their father wasn't there. They don't know that they told a pistol every day and think they're a thug and this gangster because their father wasn't around. So you're trying to get this image.
Right.
And women, so forth and so forth. So I truly thank you for opening up and kicking it with the Ghost Show.
No problem.
For real.
No,
It's the Ghost Show in here with Miss QuiAsia.
Right.
Taking a break. We'll be back. I'm begging her to give me a freestyle. Y'all know how I love it. I put it out there.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Making money motivation. Money, 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 money. Making with no hesitation. Money, money, money. To the money, that's my destination. Money, money, money. With that money, it can take me places. Money, 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 money. Making money motivation. Money, 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 money. Making with no hesitation. Money, money, money. To the money, that's my destination. Money, money, money. With this money, it can take me places. Money, 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 money. You can call me money making bitch. Riding with my money making bitch. I'm always on money making shit. There's no money you ever take from this. Your life, you really wanna take that risk? Duffel bags that are rich, no case. The niggas I'm with got wants and shit. For rolled out, they put me on this trip. In real life, I read up on the shit. In real life, I really made me a grip. In real life, I rap real life. So in real life, I really did this shit. I know Pablo, let me buy low. This bitch took me home with her Volvo. She hit on me, I let it go. And this game's about survival. I don't need me no rivals. My team up with my rivals. So I get that, like, let me get that. You thought that he came in a six pack. About a dozen blunts all roll fat with my gold teeth and I'm so tired. A nigga like me stay so gas, riding up and down that interstate. And every time it's for the cash, even if I gotta show in the state. I keep a chick I can penetrate, I'm supposed to. I move coastal, and I'm real nice to her folks too. Keep a little money her post to. Was by myself for global, and everyone I know no boo. I keep some hoes that's no. They got a hand out, I'm like no. They gon' let me hit it anyway. Leave her ass up blunt, I'm on my way. I swear I do this shit every day. I get that money in every way, and in every way I'm heavyweight. So lift enough I can levitate. Money making money motivation. Money, 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 money making with no hesitation. Money, money, money. To the money, that's my destination. Money, money, money. With that money, it can take me places. Money, 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 money making money motivation. Money, 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 money making with no hesitation. Money, money, money. To the money, that's my destination. Money, money, money. With this money, it can take me places. Money, 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 money. Paper like confetti, let it drop down to the floor. When I got no more to throw, believe I'm going to get some. I'm going to get some. All about my dollar. I really made money with scholars. I really slayed out of Impalas. My mothers gave birth to fathers. Shot brothers, my sisters holler. Gang button up like a...
Yo, it's your boy Scarnitti for the Ghost Show. You already know, and here with Miss QuiAsia.
Right.
We out here pushing this album.
Right.
What's the name of that album again?
The Wife, the Mistress, the Side Chick.
But yeah, I hit the round, y'all niggas. But the crazy part is the album is running. However, you trying to run cigars with the album. So like,
definitely.
Give me that. Like, I gotta know where that came from. Give the people the name of this cigar and everything.
So the name of the cigars are called Q&A. What's so funny is that I had someone ask me last week, does that stand for Q's and AKAs? Why? Because they all smoke cigars. Like that whole chapter, that's what they do.
They do.
I was like, no, I never thought about it. It stands for QuiAsia. But, you know, however they came up with that, I let them run with it.
Right.
So that came about because I have friends, or when I first got here, I had older guy friends who smoked cigars.
Right.
I thought it was the coolest thing ever because it gives you that boss feel. It makes you feel like, you know, back in the day when you look back at hip hop videos and you see Jay-Z, Dame Dash, them holding cigars, it made you feel like, yo, he might not got but $25 in his pocket, but he looked like he a boss for real.
Yeah.
So that whole idea, I mean, I was just like, that's what I want to do. Although my business partner, Mike Blayz, he wanted to do the hookah thing.
Right.
And I love hookah. I smoke hookah more than I smoke cigars.
Yeah. I like hookah as well. Yeah.
But I kind of like, because once he has it in his mind about something, he runs with that. And I was like, no, let's just do the cigars and let's run with that. And this is what we have.
This is where it's at.
And it's been. I mean, as far as business, it's been great. Most of my clientele are all men. I can't even say that because I went to a few of the Q's and AKA day parties and like I sold out. The women were on it. They were on it, like you know, on it, and you know, like the women say, it gives them that feeling, right?
That boss feeling.
You know, you can have your wine glass in your hand, smoking a cigar, and you still feel like I'm that bitch.
The first time I saw that was in well, I'm native New Yorker, so I've seen it before.
Right.
I was in Tampa. And when I would go out, I would see women with wine glasses and cigars. And I was like, okay. Then she go outside and she hit that big shit. You know, I was like, okay, get to it, baby. So, now, so we have the cigar understanding. Let's go into the title again. Because the title of the album is like...
It's quite intriguing.
It's intriguing. That's my shit.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
Martin boys. But, so... What kind of side chick was you? Because you told me you was a side chick before me.
Right.
So what kind of side chick were you?
I was the type, more like a around the way girl. You would never catch me dressing like ratchet, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or I was more so, I would say I was a side chick and a wife combined because I believe in, I'm very OCD times 1,000. So I kept my house clean. Everything is in order. I like to cook. I like to cater. So I was the type of side chick where men fell in love.
Oh.
Usually a side chick, you know, you're like that friend, you know what I'm saying? Although y'all gonna smash whatever, you're that person he can come and he can vent about his wife and the other bras that he's talking to.
Right.
And, you know, you're just that person for him.
Right.
But you supposed to do what you do, laugh, talk, play, whatever. I'm gonna see you back home.
Yes, exactly.
When they got home, it was more so like, I really don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about you. And I can't wait to come back. And I love you. And then I'm in love.
Oh.
So it was different. You know.
So, and the wife that you were, because you explained that you were divorced. So
right.
The
so
wife
the type of wife,
was you he come home and you got the negligee on or the teddy and all that?
I can remember maybe one time.
Right.
But as far as him being pleased, yeah. And I'm big on taking care of kids. So at that time I didn't have children. I didn't have a kid. I had his kids. So taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning. I mean, these were all things that were just in me. It wasn't something that I picked up one day and was like, oh my God,
I have to do this.
I have to do this.
Right. You're a nurturer.
Right.
I
was this way before, you know what I'm saying, before everything, because that's the way my mom was. Like, she taught me as a woman, you always keep yourself clean, but you make sure your house is on point. You know, I was raising or helping her with my brothers.
Sure did.
At the age of 9, I was vacuuming, cooking, and watching them. So all these things were things that I learned, and I applied it when I got into my marriage and relationship. So I didn't have those issues that a lot of women have now. Like, you know.
What are the issues? What are the issues that I like? Let's go into that. So what are the issues that women have now that you want to vocalize that they need to tighten up on?
Oh man, that's a tough one. So
don't go too deep. Don't go too deep because we have your business partner coming up next. Right. So don't go too far in.
Okay. I would say keeping yourself together. Like there's just a lot of women as far as appearance. They don't.
When you get it, you got them and fuck it.
It's like I got him, so I don't have to make sure my hair is done. I don't have to make sure my feet is done, my nails. When he met me, my house was okay. So what? You know, it's the way you get them, you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure you do those things. You have to keep it up, because if you don't, there's gonna be another woman that's gonna do what you do, if not better, and then she's gonna get them. You gonna be out here single and crazy. So I definitely say that, you know, keeping your house together, being about your business. Because I feel like no man wants a woman who doesn't have anything for herself. She gotta have ambition. She gotta have drive. She need to be able to hold her own down, even if he say one day I'm out.
Right. So here we go. The grand question.
Right.
Nice looking woman coming off of the show. Hold up. Wait. Before I get into all of that, how did this show? I'm such a bad host. How did the show go?
It went very well. I think that I shocked myself.
You shocked yourself? Your performance?
Right. Because
so how many,
that was my first. That was my first.
What?
Absolute first. By myself with the band, my own background.
Live band?
Yes.
Like Blayz, my man was in there?
Lamont?
Yes. My man Lamont was in there. Shout out to Lamont, man. I don't even know you. I am your fucking fan forever, bro. The drummer? What's the drummer kid name?
No.
The one you said get on your nerves.
Oh no. It was literally a new group of guys, but Lamont was the only one that people know.
Shout out to Lamont one more fucking time, man. I'm gonna put up some footage later on of Lamont, yo. Lamont is awesome.
He's dope.
Yes. So your first performance
it was very well. I was pleased with myself, because I literally thought that I was just gonna be standing in one spot. I wasn't gonna interact, and it was gonna be a ton of mistakes. But to hear how people responded to the performance, me as an artist, it was great. Of course, I'm my worst critic.
Yes.
So when I go back and I look at the videos, I'm like, oh, that note wasn't right, or I was off.
Right.
And it's good to be like that, because I need people within my circle to be able to tell me, like, that wasn't right.
Exactly.
Because of course you're gonna have a lot of people who, you know, are like, oh my God, that was so good, like, you were amazing. And you know, I felt like this was by far the best. And then me on the other end was like, you know what? I did what I was supposed to do, but I could have done better. So watching my videos,
that's a good thing.
Watching those videos,
to challenge yourself.
I'm like, now I know what I need to do for the next one, because it doesn't stop here. It's gonna be another one and another one and another one until.
And it's gonna be many more Ghost Show interviews.
Right. And hopefully, like Wendy Williams and.
I'm just as best. I'm better than Wendy Williams.
Charlamagne and all of that. We're gonna get there. We're gonna speak that into existence. We're gonna get there.
True indeed.
But it was good. Like, I know what I need to do. I know that, you know, I'm definitely staying on top of my vocal lessons. I'm gonna perform 1,000 more times.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna be back in the studio recording. I do have new music that I have to record, because we have to push this project. Right.
Okay. It's your boy Scarnitti from the Ghost Show, man. I'm coming back with a business partner, and then we're gonna get a little because of the title. Might be a little intimate.
I think I'm gonna drink today.
Scarnitti for the Ghostshow. QuiAsia, the wife,
the mistress, the side chick.
The side chick.
So all in one woman, but she was all of those things.
We out of here.
Straight from under that Ghostshow apparel. Check me out though.
Just as cool as the hoes be to you. I wonder if I was really giving on the club. Texting all the homegirls, showing them your love. Is it out of me? Just as cool as the hoes be to you. It's like
So as far as your you keep telling me about your partners and partners on cigars, partners on all of this. Who is this partner?
that would be Mike Blayz.
That would be who?
Mike Blayz.
Mike Blayz. Mike Blayz. you know.
Mike Blayz.
You know, black people. You got to double up sometimes.
Yeah, Mike Blayz.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you already know the Ghostshow keeps it exclusive. Introducing my confidant, one of my comrades as well, someone that I like as far as business, mentality, and we have political battles. He keeps me on my toes, keeps teaching me how to brand myself, and I have no problem with sending out those accolades. Mike Blayz. Mike Blayz.
Yeah, 2 times.
Mike Blayz. Yo, what up, boy? Oh, look at him. Always on some waters. Yeah. So the wife, the mistress, and the side chick, that was your idea for the title, I'm hearing.
I mean, you know.
Oh man, did you see the rum? Did you?
But to keep it 100, man. It's you know, knowing her like I do, and knowing the history. You know what's crazy about our relationship is, you know, my partner. Shout out to Gab Beats. You know, platinum producer.
You already know Gab. What up, baby?
Yeah.
Get at the Ghostshow.
One half of Tracks with Avenue. We actually saw her one night at a open mic, and she had a less than, you know, a lackluster performance.
Right.
Whereas people were talking about her like, I see it, but what she was fearless. Like, she did one song, and the song wasn't really, you know, and then she did another one. So this cat like, what she?
But you grabbed the potential though.
But no, my partner said,
Y'all say laughing at us, but if we get her, you know they gonna be like,
Right. Facts.
But in my brother's fashion, he likes to, say stuff like that. But he'll be going on to in Greensboro, South Carolina. So I've been stuck with whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm looking like.
But however, in this instance, you got stuck with a jewel.
Well, not only that, I won't even say I got stuck with her, but
Right.
she did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I won't even say exactly what she's supposed to do.
You said hell no.
She came. No, I wouldn't say she did it. She did what she was supposed to do as far as what she was trying to do for her career.
And do to other people.
Right. So she got my number.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not by the most scrupulous means or whatever. She got my number and called me, and she started coming to. At the time, I was shout out to the good brother Manifest. We were over there at Manifest Studio, and she started coming by the studio. But what she did that was unmatched from anybody else is she didn't ask for it. She didn't ask for beats. She didn't ask for studio time. She was just like she just started cleaning up, asking if we needed errands to be run, doing whatever. We had a
intern,
right? but what she did was she just started doing some things. She was picking up stuff. She immediately started cleaning and was if anybody needed any errands to run, she just did that. We had given her the name. She was like the studio wife. She was everybody's wife. She just anything anybody needed. So even before that time,
right?
Because at the time, man, we were doing we were working on the North Carolina edition of the state property.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had Beans in the studio. We had Beans. We had young Chris.
Right.
Beautiful. Freeway. So they would come in the studio frequently, and I think I remember the first night of her being there. She put herself in a position to roll out with them. Went to the little show that they did on the whole.
Facts.
So
little grinder over here. Yeah, you're supposed to grind. So now I ask you this because you are part of I will say R&B history. I will say music history. And I will say a grand part of North Carolina's history.
I mean,
Do you take that?
I receive it, yeah, definitely. I receive it. I appreciate it. I receive it.
And when I say all of that, as far as your craft, and I know that you have a Facebook Messenger, Twitter Messenger, and Instagram message that goes crazy for people sorting you out, trying to be a part of, because the music, the production side of the music, the musician side that you see, the vision side that you have is grand. What will you tell an artist that's trying to connect with Blayz? Because I've even myself stepped to you like, yo, I got my man right here that need to be right here with you, because I respect the talent and the production and the time that you want to put in with a person. What will you tell an artist that's trying to sort you out?
I'm gonna keep it a band with you. Like it's no sorting me. I'm not anybody who can. What I'm about is trying to get people to maximize the potential that they have inside of them already. But so I'm not a type of person. I'm not gonna say you can get signed tomorrow. You can get signed to this. You can get signed to that.
Right.
Ironically, and not to jump off subject, going back to how what I'm saying is relevant to her.
Right.
I don't believe that there's no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't know what the divine plan is, but the way I carry myself, I'm always in tune with what I'm supposed to be doing to get the next level. You understand what I'm saying?
You said it one time. That was
always, I'm always in tune with what I'm supposed to be doing to get to the next level.
So when it connects, it's like this is what it's supposed to be.
Exactly what it's
so
supposed
now I intune my like an atonement,
right? Yeah.
Kind of like an atonement, right.
So with Kiana, or excuse me, QuiAsia, and with what she was doing, we developed a different type of relationship based on her always doing shows and doing. I mean, always showing up to help us out and do whatever.
Right.
She was a, you know, I'm getting ready to tip the scales of, I'm getting ready to be, you know, tip the scales of the 50 side. You know, I'm on the 50 side of 40 right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to tip that scale.
That's right.
So anyone younger than me, you know, it's just a matter of what I saw in her. I saw her potential, but I saw that she didn't recognize who she was. This really
but the drive lived.
Yeah.
You saw it.
But it's happening to cut you off. Yeah, no way.
But the drive had to live. You had to see some kind of, because the drive has to live for you to say, you know what, you're good.
But before I got to keep it 100. I wasn't a fan of her vocally.
Oh yeah.
And I wasn't a fan of her vocally. But Gab is like, you know, we know we can make something out of nothing.
Right.
And not ever
no slight to her. Yeah, of course.
We know we can make something out of nothing. But he was a fan of. He was like, yo, she got that brandy sound. He was a fan of her tone. But all I ever wanted her to understand was, yo, you gotta work for this.
Right.
You gotta work for it.
So
you gotta work for it.
And now I come to you. The work ethic that these gentlemen, or Mike himself, or Gav, put on you. Share with the audience.
Oh.
Was there ever a give in 2 parts?
Right.
You know how my mind goes. Only here. So, like, was there ever a give up moment? Like, dealing with, I don't like, I don't know Mike. Hold on, pause. I don't know Mike. I don't know Gav.
Right.
However, I've been dealing with these gentlemen for a while, and like, they're diligent in what they do.
Absolutely.
So, was there ever a give up moment for you?
Sure, yeah. Working with them every single time was a give up moment. Every time I recorded, I wanted to give up, but it was more so because I never knew that it takes so much work. Singing, you can sing, but you got to know how to breathe. You got to know how to project. Yeah. These are words that I hear from Mike constantly when I'm in the booth recording.
And to relay back to something that you already told me, as far as what you've been through, you never gave up as well.
Right.
So you were built for this.
I don't know.
What? She was built for this.
Well, what I will say is,
I went through a lot. I would say I went through a lot of things to get to where I am.
Right.
And so with that,
it built endurance.
Right. And with that, with all the things that I went through, it has me where I am now. Because without a story, without bumping into him, I wouldn't be here. There would be no wife, mistress, side chick.
Right.
Because I've said to him before, I mean, I don't know why I'm being hated on and blah blah blah. Anybody can do it. And he stopped me. He said, no, not anybody could do it.
No, it's impossible. Anybody can't do it.
Right.
Anybody can't do it.
Anybody would do it.
Right.
And I told her, like I even said, I'm like, listen, why that could be anybody. It could be anybody, but But the thing is, it is you, so embrace it. So, you know, we're going into, let me jump forward to the white business side chick and knowing a lot about her. See, and this is we can get kind of personal in the sense that, you know, eventually my relationship, this is my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. When I say
nothing like that.
Yeah. So
nothing like that.
So whatever the relationship, we got some stories that could be, some people know and some people don't know. But we got some stories that, you know, she knows a lot of intimate stuff, intimate private stuff about me. I know a lot of intimate that had nothing to do with the two of us together.
Right.
So even our initial meeting or how we started, you know, building that bond was on something really crazy.
Intimacy, especially on a mental level, is way beyond anything a person could ever capture physically. You know what I mean? So, like, I respect y'all chemistry because I've been around you guys several different times and within the months as well. Like, I be here, you know what I'm saying? Cutting Edge Studios, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't just plug me, just to let you know.
What you're saying, like, you know, we just had, it was, shoot, you know, you gotta be, I put her on my homies, you know, everybody wanted to know who she was.
Right.
I was like, go ahead on and I'm talking about on a personal level. Like they wanted to holler at her and I'm like, yo. And I remember a conversation that we had, I hope it's not too personal, but I seen her being a topic of a couple of conversations that weren't
the album is being pushed heavily. We're off the back legs of the show. We're off the back legs of the cigar. We're off. Tell me the name of the cigar again.
Q&A.
Q&A. Excuse me, y'all.
Right.
In here with Mike Blayz as well. One of her producers, or the only producer, or one of her.
No, I oversaw the project.
The project,
but
right?
I'm definitely not the only producer. We got my partner Gab Beast, who's a platinum producer. We got Sequence, who wrote and produced the other singer, the B-side singer, which is Mistress.
Right.
You know, I got so many of the homies that I love, that shot me, that bought into the whole concept, you know. A-List, you know, shout out to JD from A-List who gave me a banger. But for the most part, yeah, Gab and I pretty much, you know, control the musical aspect.
One of QuiAsia's favorite songs, because we touched on that earlier in the interview, is Mistress. And I just heard for my first time, what's the name? Holsby. Oh, yo, her titles, first and foremost, the title of the album is classic. It's gonna win.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna win.
Right.
Because once you give it to the people, once you push it to the people, you know what I'm saying? It's all about marketing now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, Holsby, who's the producer behind Holsby?
That guy.
What guy?
Mike Blayz.
Mike Blayz?
Mike Blayz.
That's a joint that Gab and I collabed on, but I came from Gab. My brother concepted that in the sense of their conversations and knowing. And see, that's the thing about, you know, she's been around so much that not only is she, you know, she's been in my life, but she's been in Gab's life. So we all have a front row seat to.
Plus, she was an intern.
Yeah. So the Holsby record was, you know, this is a female who's saying, this is a woman who's saying, you know what, I'm the wife, I should be up here.
Right.
So I'm putting it all together. So like, why when I have my time with you and I'm the one that's in here, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, or whatever, why you can just run out and do what you want to do with these other people? So I wish that I could be just as cool as the hoes.
Look, she ain't gonna like this. How the hoes be sound acapella?
Do you want the verse? You want just the hook? I mean, what do you want?
I want give me some. Get something to the people.
I wish that I could be just as cool as the hoes be to you. I wish that I could be just as cool as the hoes be to you. I wonder if I would they keep you at the club, texting all the homegirls, showing in the love. I wish that I could be just as cool as the hoes be to you, to you.
Thank you. That's all I ever wanted. Yo, it's the Ghostshow Scarnitti, man. I'm in here with Mike Blayz. It's all about QuiAsia,
Right.
the wife, the mistress, the side chick. Shout out to the cigar brand. Shout out to the media brand that's coming at you full stream. Put your 3D glasses on, man, because it's coming. We in here.
Hold on, let me say before we go, we wanna the wife mistress side chick is so taboo, but we wanna understand that, you know, everybody is at the mercy of the next person's honesty.
Right.
We all are.
Facts.
So
Thank you.
when we become better people, we have to realize that our agenda cannot come at the expense of somebody else's heart.
Right.
So it's always better to keep it 100 as much as we can.
That's right.
Because that knockout blow is the one you don't see coming.
So don't lose the understanding of the title. Don't get caught up with the mistress and the side chick part of the title, because she's giving a story that's explaining to you where she's been,
right,
faithfully, where she's been unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Right.
So salute to everybody that understands what we're doing as grown people over here. And I'm not even gonna say this is Cutting Edge. We at Cutting Edge, Mike Blayz, QuiAsia, the Ghostshow. We're giving you grown people things, man. So respect it, love it, and deal with it. It's the Ghostshow, baby. We out of here. Thank you, my guy.
No Millennium Records. Anything you can do, I can do better. Back when I was 9, I picked up a mic and rhyme. I knew that Kingdom gon' come in a minute. Came right on time, cause we ballin'. Hey, we ballin'.